Welcome to Powerful Stoicism Hub, where we journey beyond the superficial and delve into the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy to uncover the truths that empower, uplift, and inspire. Today, we venture into a topic that merges the wisdom of the ancients with the realities of modern connections. 11 qualities women instantly notice in a man. This is not about mastering mere appearances or wielding fleeting charm, but understanding the deep-rooted traits that captivate attention and resonate on a profound level. At first glance, what are the qualities that a woman notices in a man? Is it the clothes he wears, the way he holds himself, or the words he chooses to speak? No, it is more than these transient markers. A woman's gaze, though fleeting, often cuts deeper than the eye reveals. It searches for signs of character, fortitude, and an inner fire. We, as seekers of wisdom, know that these are not superficial traits, but the echoes of a disciplined mind and an unyielding spirit. These are the reflections of a man who walks the path of Stoicism. 1. Composure amid chaos. The first thing that captures attention is how a man stands in the face of turmoil. A Stoic knows that peace is not found in the absence of storm, but in the strength to remain unmoved when the storm rages. As Marcus Aurelius, the great philosopher king, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." A man who embodies this understands that true composure is felt, not feigned, and it draws attention like iron to a magnet. Composure is the mark of a mind that has faced turmoil and chosen stillness over panic. This quality is rooted in the Stoic belief that true strength is not found in avoiding hardships, but in enduring them without allowing them to disturb the inner peace. When a man faces life's adversities, be it an unexpected setback, criticism, or loss, how he responds is a testament to his training and resilience. This response is noticed immediately by others, especially in high-pressure situations where most people would react impulsively or emotionally. Women observe this and recognize that composure signals a profound inner strength that can withstand life's inevitable storms. It reflects a man who is not a slave to external events but instead commands his responses with poise. 2. The depth of his gaze. A gaze that reveals depth indicates a man who has spent countless hours in self-reflection. The eyes of a Stoic are not glazed over with distraction, but are sharp with awareness and presence. Such a man has confronted his deepest thoughts and accepted them, giving him an almost enigmatic quality that draws others in. The Stoics taught that perception and self-awareness are crucial. By understanding oneself, one becomes unafraid of the truths others shy away from. This depth is compelling because it suggests wisdom, calm confidence, and a keen awareness of both his surroundings and himself. Eyes that speak of contemplation, eyes that do not flinch in the face of truth. These are eyes trained by introspection and guided by reason. Seneca reminds us, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." The gaze of a man who has considered the brevity of life holds an almost disquieting depth. He is not lost in the moment, but fully present, an anchor in the here and now. 3. A voice steeped in conviction. When a man speaks with conviction, it is not the volume that commands attention, but the substance behind his words. A Stoic's speech is measured, not quickened by emotions, or influenced by the need for approval. He speaks with an authenticity that resonates because it is rooted in lived experience and thoughtful introspection. This quality demonstrates that he does not speak to prove his worth, but to share what is genuinely meaningful. The Stoics emphasize that words should be used sparingly and only when necessary, reflecting the idea that speech should be impactful, not superfluous. This measured way of communicating shows a disciplined mind that values truth over convenience. We notice those who speak, not to fill the silence, but to pierce it with meaning. The voice of a Stoic is steady, not swayed by emotions that bubble beneath the surface. This is not the stillness of suppression, but the confidence born from mastery over the self. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It is the voice of a man who knows what he stands for and chooses his words with care. 4. An aura of self-reliance. Self-reliance is the essence of a Stoic's independence. He does not seek validation or lean on others to define his sense of worth. This quality stems from the Stoic principle of autarkia, which means being self-sufficient and in control of one's own happiness. Such a man is comfortable being alone because he understands that true contentment comes from within, not from external sources. This makes him attractive because he does not place the burden of his happiness on others. Instead, he contributes strength and stability to those around him. Women notice this trait because it conveys that the man is solid in his identity, unfazed by the fickleness of social opinion. There is a certain gravity in a man who does not lean on others for validation. This strength is not brash or boastful, but quietly resilient. He walks into a room, and though he may speak little, it is his independence that whispers loudly. He has trained himself to face his fears alone, with only his reason and will for company. This is the essence of autarkia, the Stoic principle of self-sufficiency. 5. Emotional resilience. The ability to remain steady in the face of disappointment or pain sets a Stoic apart. This is not to say that he does not feel emotion, rather he chooses not to be controlled by it. This control is rooted in the Stoic practice of apatheia, which refers to a state of being undisturbed by passions. Resilience shows that he understands suffering as part of life, and he does not resist or deny it, but accepts and grows through it. Such a man can be trusted to remain a source of calm when things go awry. This quality, more than any physical trait, speaks to a deep inner strength that others find both reassuring and compelling. To watch a man face adversity without succumbing to anger or despair is to witness true power. We have all seen the faces of those who let every setback darken their days and draw lines of bitterness on their souls. But a Stoic stands differently. He bears pain, not as a burden, but as a test of his inner mettle. As Seneca wrote, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." Women notice a man who, though wounded, refuses to surrender his spirit. 6. A subtle confidence, not arrogance. There is a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and a Stoic treads that line with grace. Confidence for a Stoic arises from self-knowledge and a life built on virtues, not from boasting or seeking attention. Unlike arrogance, which is loud and brittle, Stoic confidence is quiet and unyielding. It does not shout to be noticed. It simply is. Women and others sense this because it feels genuine. It does not need affirmation. The Stoics were keen to teach that virtue is its own reward. Thus, a man who acts from a place of integrity does not need external praise to validate his worth. Confidence, in its purest form, does not need to boast or seek attention. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing oneself. We recognize in a Stoic man the absence of the need to prove his worth to others, for he already measures himself by his own standards. He does not chase applause, for he knows that true recognition is found within. 7. An unyielding morality. A man with strong moral principles will not waver in the face of temptation or convenience. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized that true freedom is found in mastering oneself, which includes staying true to one's ethical beliefs. An unyielding morality shows that a man has defined his values and adheres to them regardless of external pressure. This is attractive because it speaks to trustworthiness and reliability, traits that suggest a partner who will act with integrity in all situations. It shows that he can be counted on to do what is right, even when it is difficult. Virtue is a fire that burns quietly yet unmistakably. A man who lives by his values will draw respect even before a word is exchanged. He does not compromise on what is right for what is easy. Women see this unwavering commitment and are drawn to it. as it signals that here is a man who will not falter when integrity is tested. In the words of Epictetus, no man is free who is not master of himself. 8. Humility with strength. A Stoic understands that humility is not weakness but a sign of wisdom. He does not seek to impress others with grandiosity but is content to live according to his principles. The greatest leaders in Stoicism, such as Marcus Aurelius, wielded immense power but maintained humility, recognizing that all accomplishments are fleeting. This balance of strength and humility is magnetic because it shows self-awareness. The man is powerful but not consumed by his power. He values truth over appearance, and this honesty resonates deeply with those who encounter him. It is said that humility is the companion of wisdom. A Stoic does not boast of his conquests or flaunt his accomplishments, for he knows that pride is the herald of a fall. Instead, he shows strength through his ability to remain humble, knowing that we are all but actors on a stage. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, understood this deeply. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. This humility resonates because it is born of understanding, not weakness. 9. A demeanor that evokes trust. Trust is not built with words but with actions. A Stoic understands that consistency and integrity are what create a sense of reliability. He is someone whose word can be trusted because it aligns with his actions. This congruence between what he says and what he does evokes a natural trust. Women, and anyone he interacts with, can feel secure around him, knowing that he will act in accordance with his values. Trustworthiness is rare in a world of shifting loyalties, making it one of the most sought-after traits. A Stoic exudes a sense of trustworthiness, not through promises, but through actions. He has cultivated a reputation of reliability by aligning his deeds with his words. There is no pretense, no facade, only a congruence between thought and behavior. Women notice a man who is steadfast, whose presence alone assures that he will be as he appears, true and unwavering. 10th, a mind open yet unbending. While a Stoic holds firm to his beliefs, he remains open to reason. This openness is not a weakness, but a strength. It shows a man who is confident enough to listen and wise enough to change his mind when presented with truth. However, this does not mean he is easily swayed. The Stoic listens carefully, weighs opinions, and then stands firm on his conclusions. This combination of openness and steadfastness suggests both intelligence and strength of character. It shows that he can adapt without losing his core principles. Openness to listen, to learn, and yet hold firm in conviction. This paradox is the mark of a cultivated mind. The Stoic listens without being swept away by every opinion. He discerns what is true from what is noise. As we reflect on the wisdom of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, we remember his teaching: better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. His mind remains steadfast, anchored in principle yet supple enough to adapt when reason dictates. 11. Presence is not just about being there physically, but being fully in the moment. A man with a grounded presence does not fidget or allow his attention to wander. He is here now. This quality is deeply rooted in the Stoic practice of mindfulness and living according to nature. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of being present and accepting life as it comes moment by moment. This grounded presence is reassuring, as it shows that no matter what life brings, he will remain steady and thoughtful. Finally, what truly captivates is a presence that emanates calm. In a world that rushes and strains, the Stoic man seems almost like a relic of another age, centered and immovable. His presence reassures. It suggests that no matter what chaos surrounds, he will remain as he is, unbroken. This presence is more than learned. It is earned through constant practice and reflection. Each of these qualities, born from Stoic philosophy, speaks to a disciplined life committed to the pursuit of virtue and self-mastery. They form an invisible thread that binds together the qualities noticed at first glance, but appreciated over a lifetime. Let us remember that embodying these traits is not just for the sake of being seen, but for the sake of living fully as we were meant to. These qualities are not mere embellishments of character, but the cornerstones of a life committed to the pursuit of virtue. Women, and indeed all who cross paths with such a man, feel an undeniable pull, not toward him, but toward what he represents. The promise that, in a world full of distractions and weakness, strength of spirit still holds dominion. Let us strive, then, to become the embodiment of these principles, not to be noticed, but because it is the life we were meant to live. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on Stoicism, relationship, and personal growth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more insights on how to elevate your life and relationship.